And we had noted, you know, that
glowing rotors.
The brakes that we see on these cars today, they can glow red like that and work perfectly fine. But what can't handle all that heat is the tire. And on Cup cars, they have bead blowers to keep the heat off the tire. Now, I'm not sure about these guys.
I bet they'll have them next year.
Somebody will, yeah.
Well, and remember, too, in fact, not most, but all the races that these teams run are shorter than this. Most of them are. Green flag with 4 to go.
Well, Logano took
to the
off.
Yellow.
He did, and Peyton Sellers is looking pretty good there underneath Duncan. Can he make the pass?
Here comes Eric Holmes,
Yep.
62.
Peyton got in front of Duncan, and Peyton's been pretty patient all night long, but his car sure looks racy.
Here comes Eddie McDonald in the middle of that trio right behind him.
And here comes Mike David in the yellow deuce.
Well, everybody's coming. There's got to be some going.
As long as they're not going around the wrong way, everything is cool.
3 wide at 7th place.
4 wide.
Yeah.
That's pretty tough to do. It can be done here, though. I've seen it several times.
All right, any time now.
There you go.
We'll get the comp yellow.
Well, it won't be too soon for the car.
That would be a good time.
We're going to get it yellow, all right. I don't know if it's going to be on purpose or not.
There it is.
Mike David and that 81 were just body slamming each other for a while.
Well, they knew they were coming to the yellow.
Yep, David and Brent Thompson were really going at it.
They were.
And this will be the second and final competition yellow of the evening.
Now.
Following this, 50 laps of shootout.
Now, this is when they all look at it and say, hey, watch this.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, you thought that was good.
Here we go. See what happened to Woody Pitcat on that restart. Oh, my goodness.
He got the bump and dump.
Yes, he did.
He didn't anticipate the start too well.
Hard to anticipate that.
Well, he kind of just got driven into right in the door.
Well, the guy behind him really anticipated the start very well.
So they're going to open the pits and bring everybody in for their adjustments.
Logano leads them in, followed by Peyton Sellers, Mike Duncan, Eddie McDonald, Eric Holmes. That's your top 5.
Doc, I'm going to get me a hot dog. I'm going to get me a bag of popcorn, get me some Jelly Bellies.
You go ahead and do that. I want to watch what these guys are going to do these cars.
I don't care what they're going to do on this stop right here. I want to see I want to be ready for the restart.
Okay,
baby.
that's going to be good.
All they talked about at Martinsville for the last 2 days is hot dogs up there.
Well, they're delicious.
Oh, they are.
That's a whole food group in itself. You eat one of those things, you got everything you need for about a week.
They glow red in the dark. Yeah, but boy, are they good.
They're good for you, too.
Yeah.
Whatever ails you, that'll fix it.
I wonder what the record is. I mean, there's a record.
I'm sure.
Something like 52 or something.
Oh.
Can you imagine that?
No.
$2 a piece. That's a bargain these days, though, come to think of it.
Now, you can't work on your car until every car is stopped and the green flag waves from the starter stand. That's when the 7 minutes begin that you're allowed for all of your work. There we go. The pits are open. That means that Jim and Ralph are going to be busy for these next 7 minutes.
Guys down here with Joey Logano's team. They're changing left side tires first. And Joey, your crew chief said you guys have made some wholesale changes. Boy, did this car come to life.
Yeah, it definitely did. We were real free in the beginning of the first run there. And they snug it up quite a bit. And it was pretty good there at the end. We were a little bit free off it too. So we'll see. I think we'll be pretty good.
Joey, how was your car about that red flag? Because that was about 50 laps into this second segment.
Yeah, that's pretty much when it started picking up, so we have to get it a little earlier. You know, I think the car is going to be real good. You know, we picked it up real quick that time, so, you know, Hojo Gibbs-driven Racing Oil team did fantastic all day, and now we just got to finish the deal off.
All right, Joey, you've had 200 laps to figure this track out with multiple grooves. What's your focus, and what will it be over the final 50 laps?
You know, to win the race. You know, that's what we're here for. You know, it seems like top line's where I pretty much want to be. I can run the bottom if I have to, but top side's just getting a good run off the corner.
Let's check in with Ralph.
Mike Duncan getting a fresh drink. Mike, final adjustments. What are you calling for?
Well, I tell you, we made a little bit of an adjustment on that after that first 100. I didn't really care for it. It freed me up too much coming off the corner. We slipped back a little bit. I think the game plan is to put it back to like the way it was the first 100, and hopefully it's the right one. We need to pass a couple fast cars up there, and I'm sure there's going to be more coming. So we got our work cut out for us, but should be fun.
What's going to be your strategy in these final 50?
Get up on the wheel and drive as hard as I can.
Jim?
Well, they're beating bang and bit on Brett Thompson's left front fender. He's in the top 10 position, but Brett, it seemed like you were on a bumper car ride there in the final few laps of this segment. What was going on?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you asked me there. I got to thank Pets Bass Morris Animal Foundation. This car's doing awesome. You know, I was a little upset at the 61 car there on that last restart. I think he was a little aggressive for where we're at in the race, but looking forward to this last 50. I think we're going to make a few changes, make the car a lot better.
Now, Brett, when it comes to this race car, you need to have all four fenders on this thing with the final 50 laps. Do you think it affected your handling at all with the bumping and banging you did in the last few laps?
I'm sorry, my guys.
The bumping and banging, do you think it's going to affect your race car?
Yeah, you guys, hold on a second.
The bumping and banging, Brett, do you think that had an effect, or will it affect your race car?
Repeat it, please.
The bumping and banging, you think that'll hurt your race car in the final 50?
Yeah, you know, this is definitely an narrow track. I think the guys will fix it. I don't know how bad it is. The two car got inside of me. I know someone was on the inside of him, beating and banging on him, and we'll get her fixed. We'll be all right.
Thoughts of Brett Thompson. Let's go down to Ralph.
Peyton Sellers, what are going to be your final adjustments here?
I'll tell you, we're going to jack up the track bar about 5.5 rounds on the right rear and just try to get it dialed in a little bit better. We've been tight all night, but it's showtime now, and you know, we got 50 laps to get it done right here.
I saw Andy Santerre over here giving you some encouragement through the window. What was he telling you?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Andy's just been a big help all year to me, and you know, I'll tell you what, we're going to try to pull the win off for these East boys. Andy's just giving me a little bit of advice. I know Sean and those guys had some tough luck, but you know, we're from the East, and we're all sticking together here.
How big would this be if this small family-run team can win this?
There's a lot of people back in Virginia right now that'd be ecstatic, so looking forward to it. We'll get up on this wheel and see what happens.
Jim?
Mike David got up to 8th now after starting dead last. You've got 50 more laps to go, Mike. What have you guys done to the race car?
Well, track's loosening up a little off. We ran the track bar down, pulled the spring rubber. I'm just a shade tight in the middle of 1 and 2, and that's hurting us a little bit, but it really runs good through 3 and 4. So, I don't know, got pretty hairy there at the end, 3 wide. That was exciting. I
have a feeling that may be a foretell of what's going to come in the final 50 laps here. How are you going to break free with these guys all around you?
Well, I mean, we're up into the top 10. You're not going to break free from them. They're all real good race cars, all real good race car drivers. So hopefully we made the right adjustments and see if we can't get 8 more of them.
The thoughts of West Series champion Mike David. Ralph?
Brian Eichler's focusing, getting ready. Brian, any idea how you cut that tire down?
You know, no idea. You know, just a lot of stuff out there on the track. We ran over something, obviously cut a tire, but you know what? This Napa team's the best guys out here, and we got to keep our heads up because we're going to get to the front right here.
If there's any consolation, you're going to be the beneficiary car. You're going to get your lap back. Can you get them with 50 to go the way you've been driving?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're sure going to try. It's going to be a good one to watch.
Jim?
Well, Eddie McDonald is at his race car. We mentioned about the not the biggest funded team, but man, you got a big heart tonight, Eddie. Great job thus far. What do you have for the final 50?
Yeah, I don't know. We just wanted to stay right in the top 5 there for the first 200 laps, and that worked out great for us. You know, New England Mechanical Overlays sponsors us, and Grimm Construction. Just can't thank them enough to get out here, and my crew's doing an awesome job. Rolly with Champs just doing a great job. We just want to be a competitive deal at the end there, and hopefully we can get a good run and fight for the win here.
Eddie, you sound a bit calm now, but how heated do you think things are going to get, and how good of a piece do you have to challenge Logano and those boys that are ahead of you?
Rolly's awesome. He made a few adjustments here, so we'll see what it's going to do, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot better than what it was, and it's going to get dicey up there, so hopefully everything goes good for us.
That's the 48 of Eddie McDonald's thoughts. Let's go back to Ralph.
We were going to talk to Matt Kobluk, but they're firing the cars up right now, and he's going to make his way back out. Unfortunately, there's never been a repeat winner here, Mike, and it looks like that's going to happen again this year.
Thanks, Ralph. Getting set to go for the final 50 laps. Of course, laps that are run during this period do not count until we get ready to go green once again. Getting ready to close out NASCAR's short track season here in Southern California. Don't leave.